Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming to the Max and the start of a new series on the channel, Hearts of Iron 4 Road to 56 multiplayer with my good friend Hayden.
Hello.
There he is. He said hello. So, we are going to be playing a dual campaign where I will be playing as Germany and he will be playing as Austria. We are going to restore the Central Powers. I'm going to return to the Kaiser, and he is going to bring back Austria-Hungary. And then we're pretty much just going to go on a world conquest with Germany and Austria-Hungary. Yeah, that's pretty much what our plans for this series is going to be. I think it's going to be really, really fun. But we had talked. He loves Hearts of Iron 4. He's not played it since Bundesreich came out. So, or no, I'm sorry, not Bundesreich. Gondordam came out. Bundesreich was something else. So he's not played it in a while. He wanted to try it out again, and we had some time, so we are going to play a little bit of Road to 56 together. So, with that, I'm going to do all of my stuff I needed to do, and then yeah. Hayden, how are your plans for what you're going to be doing?
I think it'll be going pretty well. It's gotta chill and
I'm gonna
there's
remove
not a
any.
lot happening at the beginning. I'm just ending the depression and then I think I'll have to go to like construction, just do like infrastructure and then swap into trying to get to past glories. And I just gotta hope Hungary doesn't do anything dumb.
I might actually do strengthen the Kriegsmarine first. I know that's kind of weird. Um, it's actually really weird for me to do that first, but the reason I'm going to do that first is um, because you need, when you do the Civil War, you have to have the Navy join you. So I got to do that first. I forget Road to 56 adds so much new things to the research and everything. Probably will need the aluminum factories. You got your research all set up, buddy?
Oh yeah. There's not a
How
lot.
many research slots do you have?
I got I got four.
That's not bad.
Too bad. It's like to
I'm gonna build a
do
lot
all
of
the
my
stuff.
infrastructure over here. For if you want to know, like Hanover is kind of where this is kind of where you'll get your Civil War spot right here. So put some more in production in the guns, some tanks, merchants, wolf, Buccaneers. We'll finish up these submarines. Bet you're excited to be into Hearts of Iron again, aren't you, Aiden?
Yeah, it's a nice game. I haven't played it in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, seems like every single time I come back, there's a new mod. There's a new mod, or not new mod, new DLC that overhauls everything.
The newest one's coming out in a little bit. I don't think it's very long from now.
Mm-hmm.
Which it'll be a redo of Japan and China.
And then also they're doing doctrines, the redoing doctrines as well.
Yeah, I think so. But import a little bit of rubber starting out. Yeah, those boats will finish whenever they decide. And I'll show everybody real quick what we start out with. We start out with Bitter Loser, which lets us create a faction. We get Ideological Drift Defense plus 50%. We have the British-German Naval Treaty, which gives us dockyard output negative 15%, heavy ship and submarine design cost plus 50%, dockyard construction speed minus 10%, economic uncertainty, faction trade deal opinion factor minus 25%, fuel gain per oil negative 25%, and industrial concern cost plus 25%. Enigma code counterintelligence plus 0.05, Navy intelligence others minus 0.5%, and agency upgrade time minus 5%. We also got MIFO bills. Consumer good factors will increase by 3% each month up to 100%. The monthly increase will be higher based on the amount of non-core states controlled by the German Reich. If consumer good factors reach 100%, additional penalties will be applied. Consumer good factors plus 10%. Civilian, Army, Navy, Air Force, intelligence, others minus 25%. Military factory construction fee plus 10%. And dockyard construction fee plus 10%. Deutsches here, division organization plus 5%. Planing speed plus 25%, and then supply efficiency minus 15%. The Kriegsmarine screening bonus when using only capital ships plus 10%. Naval defense minus 10%, and the Luftwaffe or the Luftwaffe air manpower requirement plus 10%. Air accident chance plus 10%. So nothing really super great, but that reminds me, since we start out with construction bonuses to mill factories, I'll actually move those up. Build a few more dockyards, and then we'll start on civilian economy stuff. And I'll just select all my troops and put them under just him, because once the Civil War happens, it'll be different. And then Hayden as Austria, he's got July follows June, which is stability minus 20%, party political stability modifier minus 10%, ideological drift defense minus 20%, and German rights defense bonus against country plus 10%. If the federal state of Austria was to enter into an alliance or a war with German Reich and the Nazi resistance has not been dealt with, the Civil War will break out. Members of the Februarkampf, which is minus 20% political power, stability minus 10%, ideological drift minus 30%, daily democratic support plus 0.02, daily communist support plus 0.01. William Miklas, the president of Austria, spineless puppet, he gets 5% political power gain, minus 10% stability. The Great Depression, minus 10% political power gain, 15% consumer good factors, and then minus 10% construction speed. The 1,000 mark ban, consumer good factor 25%, factory output minus 10%, sanctions placed on us by the German Reich preventing us to trade with them, and slight reliance on the League of Nations loan. Consumer goods factor minus 15%. If the League of Nations were to be disbanded, our economy would be in deep trouble. So Hayden starts out in a relatively weak position, to say the least.
And the League of Nations never disbanded, so I think we're fine.
The moment I declare war on somebody, the league it disbands.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was fine, right?
He's gonna go down this tree here, and of course I'm going to go down the restore the Kaiser. So, yeah, let's start it off. What speed would you like to be at? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Right, we'll jump up to 4. I'm gonna do strengthen the Kriegsmarine first, and then we'll come over and do rally the Workmark, the Wehrmacht, sorry, tend to the future of Germany, monarchist sentiment, and then a revive the Kaiserreich. We will not be doing the puppeted democratic rule. Nay, for me, I am a monarchist. I shall restore the Kaiser to his rightful place, if they give him back. We do have the gateway to Europe. The Dutch form a back door, allowing us to circumvent the British blockade and to maintain trade through neutral ports. We must pressure the Dutch to increase the amount of trade they allowed to pass to us through their borders. So we'll start doing this. Try to beat out the United Kingdom, but I actually think the gateway to Europe ends when we switch to monarchy, so we'll have to pay attention to that. I might just be wasting a lot there. Could also probably get the Luftwaffe done and maneuver. We'll do Prussian Legacy here for infantry attack. Though I do like the tanks, and we did have really cool tanks in our last Russian campaign, so I might play with tanks. Not sure just yet. Okay, that's done. So real quick, let's just start our Civil War up. Rally the Wehrmacht. What do you think? You gonna focus more on infantry, Hayden, or are you gonna do tanks?
Infantry, I don't. It'll probably be just not in the best position, being smaller, not a lot of factories, not a lot of
I mean, you'll get
Materials is just
factories.
easy.
The
Yeah, but we
loyalty of
might
the
just.
Kriegsmarine. This is what comes up for us. It has to come to our attention that the Kriegsmarine may opt to side with Adolf or Mr. Mustachman when he executes our coup, or when we execute our coup. The reason seems to be that their leader, Eric Rader, has been promised by Mr. Mustache Man that his branch of the military will gain heavy investment and freedoms under his regime, something the old government failed to achieve. Perhaps we can make similar promises in an effort to sway him to our side. So this is where we must secure their loyalty at all costs. Eric Rader and a large portion of the Kriegsmarine will join our side when the coup d'etat takes place. However, we will fail to complete either rebuild the High Sea Fleet or the High Sea Fleet and reestablish the Seekrug Within 2 years, he may revolt against our regime. Navy experience plus 75. So we'll do that, and then I'll show you up here what that's talking about. The High Sea Fleet right here. So. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Hayden.
Oh, you're good. It's just easier usually to go infantry as well. I mean, I'll probably go like motorized and stuff. Motorized, maybe pound out some light tanks, but I've never really liked using light tanks that much.
That's fair.
Um,
Smoke generators. I will more than likely be building quite a few tanks. I've got 35 more days, and I'll start my Civil War.
sure.
Which reminds me, I'm going to take all of my Air Force and disband it.
Yep.
We could do the... Oh, that's all we have. Radios. Covert assists the return of the Baku oil fields. Anti-communist groups in Manchuria are plotting against Joseph Stalin. They plan to overthrow the Bolsheviks within the Civil War. Representatives from this group have approached us asking for help with covert military buildup and return of future oil rights in the Baku oil fields. We can send advisors. 2 army leaders will go to fight for the opposition in the Soviet Civil War. Yeah, we can do that. I don't know what 2 advisors go, but... How are you doing so far, Hayden?
Not too bad.
What have you done so far?
So far, working on ending the Great Depression, which I think
Oh yeah, you can't
the
even
Great
do...
Depression is gone. And I'm just waiting, just doing infrastructure, doing some construction, waiting for
My Civil
I
War.
can well waiting for your Civil War and also waiting till I can go
3 more.
into like the main part of my tree, which is not gonna happen till
1
July.
more day. Alright. The Wehrmacht officers challenge Hitler. Latent dissatisfaction with Mustache Man's rule has come to a head with the current crisis caused by the administration's move to remilitarize the Rhineland. Several Wehrmacht generals have rallied behind the well-known Field Marshal August von Mackensen, who has put in motion plans to depose Mustache Man and move the party from Germany. With the German high command split between apparent, even broad foreign powers have elected not to protest against the remilitarization, more concerned with the growing internal German instability. The aging field marshal has moved quickly, already establishing a provisional government to which scores have flocked in the opposition of the government. Military coup is already well on its way. Purge them scum from our lands. The supporters started civil war, gained base stability minus 25%. August von Mackensen becomes leader of the authoritarian party. Great War Hero gives us division recovery rate plus 5%, stability plus 5%, war support plus 5%, division attack and defense on core territory plus 10%, activates mission rebellion in Silesia and the Kriegsmarine Revolt. All right. So let's get E27. Let's do this. Choose field marshal. Let's do Friedrich Wilhelm. Our main general will be Witzelben, except for the tanks. Other field marshal might be Kuchler. We could put Rupert the first. Von Bach. Maximilian. Let's do you. Tanks, of course, go under Erich von Manstein. Alright. And then go into our national focus and we'll do Rally the Nation. And I'll take this one unit. Try to take all the territory over here. And let me look at my stockpile. Okay. Alright. I'm in my Civil War. I'm going to start it up, Hayden. Germany embroiled up in civil war. The sudden Wehrmacht coup, led by the famed Field Marshal August von Mackensen, has triggered a civil war in Germany early this morning. Communists, royalists, and Democrats alike have taken up arms against their former compatriots. The military units have been removed from the borders to see to the internal threat. Those guys under order of Mustache Man have already vowed to destroy the nation rather than see it fall to the treasonous Germans. There's no turning back now. They're not true Germans. They're fighting us. That's what they're saying. Let's actually get some. Be able to afford that. Alright, I'm gonna start up. The Kingdom of Poland crowns a king. I'll read that real quick. The Kingdom of Poland crowns a king on the 5th of November 1916. Wilhelm II of Germany and Franz Joseph of Austria signed a joint declaration that out of the Polish-occupied territories in Russia, a new kingdom would be born, the Kingdom of Poland. However, the young state failed to find a king in time, and then the president declared the Second Polish Republic. However, it seems Poland has less found itself a king in Frederick Christian, the Margrave of Meissen, and is now the King Friedrich I of Poland. Despite fears of an impending war with the Germans, the Polish Regency Council offered the Margrave the throne due to the long-standing historical link between Poland and the nobility of Saxony. Ooh, that's the, no, he is not. He's the Commonwealth claimant. I was gonna say, I thought he was the German guy. I know you have a Habsburg guy. Sorry, not a German guy. So we might see a restore of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, who I will then take over and puppet. Alright, starting it back up. Sorry, I keep pausing it. I really want to my goal. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, can you, Hayden? Alright, so my goal for everybody watching is I'm gonna try to push around Erfurt and Würzburg. I'm gonna try to close it off right here. Cut Nuremberg, Regensburg, München off, collapse this pocket, solidify the lines up north, and then push. So that's our main goal for right now. I am going to go into the international market. Someone has to be selling something. I'll buy all of these. I'll buy some of these. Is anybody else selling something that's not going to be so costly? We'll just buy these up then. Okay. I also have 2 convoys. Alright. Not gonna ever click on that. Alright. For bonds, I wish. Okay. Alright. Start back up. Japan agreed to sell me equipment.
And also another depot. The 1,000, basically your can't think of the embargo on you.
Oh, did that get rid of it? The 1,000 mark?
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Oh yes, I forgot. Planes. 1936 Arab Revolt. If you guys would like to read through that, you guys can pause real quick and read it. I always feel like I should read everything, and then I realize that sometimes it's just not needed to.
I mean, it provides a lot of like.
Explosion takes heavy toll on Ermelin Masurin. We have finally managed to secure control over Ermelin Masurin, but fighting has been severe. Those guys grow even more fanatical and desperate as we advance off and find into the surrounding area lies in ruins. There's also been reports of scorched earth tactics for Mustache Man's Nero Bifil. We undoubtedly expect further destruction on this scale until we end the war. Civilian factories receive 0.80 levels of damage. Military factories and infrastructure all receive 0.80 levels of damage. So they are scorched earthing their way to defeat. I didn't even see how much air power they had up here. Expatriated communists return home. With the recent Wehrmacht coup against the regime, many communists have previously left the country and are flooding back into our borders as they see opportunity to aid in our battle against those who once wronged them. Should we allow them to fight, or should we try to sweep through their return under the rugs in hopes they will not become popular enough to stage a revolution of their own? We can welcome them back. We gain 1,000 weekly manpower, stability minus 5% daily, communist support plus 0.05 for a year, or change popularity of authoritarianism by 10%. Gains expatriated communist return, which gives us minus 3% stability and daily communist support plus 0.03 for a year. The weekly manpower might be good, but we have plenty enough manpower, and we are becoming authoritarian. So we're going to go with someone needs to keep an eye on them. Let me get some more. I don't have enough. Okay. Should force them out of that tile soon. Try to get into Schwerin and then Rostock. Pushing.
Ihre Befehle?
There's aluminum machine. I always go with dispersed industry because I like the equipment conversion speed. I'm gonna stick with that. You usually don't do. You usually do the other one, right?
I do. It depends. I usually do concentrated when I'm smaller, and I need to just like. Whenever I have to like when I'm swinging upwards, that's what usually I do. I do disperse if I'm like bigger. Like if I have a lot more factories. Because the
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
accurate output, which is so nice, especially when I don't have a lot. Most time I don't even like the pins, like sometimes smaller. I don't even upgrade a lot of my stuff if I'm like in war.
Second London Naval Treaty is signed. Delegations from Britain, France, Italy, Japan, and the U.S. met in December of 1935 to discuss a renewal of the First London Naval Treaty, which restricted the number and size of cruisers and submarines. Negotiations turned quite heated over Italy's war in Ethiopia and Japan's desire to be seen as equal to Britain and the U.S. With negotiations now to end, the signatory nations have agreed on limits to the size of battleships and aircraft carriers in the hopes of preventing another ruinous arms race. Why would they restrict themselves like this? But why would you do that? Oh, I might get it. I might get it. Move, tank, move, tank, move. You got this, tank? Yes. Alright. Can you see what I've done, Hayden?
Oh, you pocketed this bottom right.
Yes, that was my goal. That was the goal. Popularist Front in victory in the French Republic. The Front Populaire, a political alliance made up a large part of the French left-wing movement, including the SFIO, the Radical Party, and the Communist Party, won the French legislative election with 57% of the vote. Many strikes have been organized in support of the Front. Leon Blum, the leader of the SFIO, was appointed prime minister. Their program is built around the defense of democracy, mainly through their opposition to the far-right leagues, their pacifism, and the implementation of many social reforms such as paid holidays, and a desire to revive the economy by developing consumption. So. Do a general push. We'll give you charismatic and offensive. Start up. Cell starts to see more and more groups fall. Better engines. I could do that for the... I'd rather save some of my political power. The banker... Wow, he's actually really good. The state secretary of the colonies. Not bad. Paramilitarists, not bad. Anti-fascist agents, pretty good. Trains. Kind of like the banker. I think we'll go with him.
Ziel anvisiert. Angetreten. Achtung. Ihre Befehle.
slowly squeezing them. Let's see. What do I use armored cars for? Oh, the vehicle? I don't think that is something I've ever built. Maybe once I built some armored cars because I was like, oh, I'm curious of how well they do, and they don't do good.
Greift weiter an. Achtung.
Alright, we've rallied the nation. I will crank it back up to 3 speed instead of 2. The reformation of the paramilitary wings. Our politicians and journals have recently been discussing the idea of introducing paramilitary wings to the ranks of our soldiers. The conservative parties wish for the reestablishment of the Bismarck Youth, the anti-Marxist youth movement association with the DNVP. Others, however, see the already combining social democratic Eastern Front has a prime organization strengthened if we wish to use more paramilitaries within our armed forces. This gives us democracy, or this gives us the Bismarck Jungen. Change authoritarian plus 5%. We get recruitable population plus 0.20, recruitable population factor plus 5%, and daily neutrality support plus 0.02. Or the Izmir front gives us 5% popularity and democracy. We get weekly manpower plus 50, recruitable population factor plus 5%, or daily democratic support plus 0.04. We will do the Bismarck Jungen. We will also do the the denazification campaigns. Get rid of some of that fascist support in our country. I'm not really sure what I'm allowed to say with that. I know that the Bulgarian government condemns the MIRO, which is down here in Macedonia. Seems the IMRO's days are numbered. Nazi expulsion takes heavy toll in Neardis Baran. Same thing as earlier, we just get levels of 0.50 in Nader Baran. What do you think, Hayden? What do you think is you're able to say with that?
Wait, sorry, I was reading my own stuff. Apologies.
Talking about Mr. Mustachio Man.
Mustache man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you're allowed to say, like, the party he's aligned with.
I would assume so.
Mecklenburg, another attack.
I would assume so, since it's in reference to the game itself, but
Vorrücken.
I mean, it's probably just safer to say Mr. Mustache
Franken.
Man.
My lord. That's the only bad thing about the Civil War is the German Reich will just pretty much destroy every piece of infrastructure or factory that is left. If they are getting like pushed back heavily, they just start destroying everything.
That is...
Infantry experts. We will give von Mockensen probably equipment. No. Fortress Buster. Excavation 1. This is a nice little pocket encirclement down here. Once we take Muchen.
Weiter, weiter.
Growing expenses of rearmament. MIFO bills have reached consumer good factors 25%. Our rearmament program with most necessity with level intent is starting to cause concern among some of our economists. They aware that military production will need more and more funds to sustain itself. We need to keep close eyes so the military spending doesn't spiral out of control. We will fix that when we get up there to do prioritize the economic growth instead of the 4-year plan. Their last standing.
Fehler.
Can I get a pause real quick?
Landvisier.
Do what?
Can you pause real quick?
Yep. Oberbrien is lost its factories. Construction.
I am gonna do this. Okay. I sent away my...
What are you working on right
Negotiation.
now?
I just had a pick between who I wanted to, like, to align with. It's either you, Italy, or France. So you should be getting a thing here soon. So I finished my Austria awakening.
Bereit.
Oh, yep. There you go. The federal state of Austria requests negotiations. No. Kurt Schuschning has reached out to our government, claiming that it is increasingly obvious we wish to incorporate them into our realm, and they wish to negotiate. The Austrians propose that Austria becomes an autonomous subject of Germany. In return, we would not occupy them. The German military unit demands them take over, or we have other plans for them. Refuses negotiation. What am I supposed to choose?
You see, when I was reading the options, it didn't really give me the thing, and I didn't want to pick either of the other two, and the other one gave me a negative stat. What is the, what is it? What are the options that is in store for
We can
me?
accept this compromise, but a friendly government must take power, or we have other plans for them.
Uh,
I think I just refuse to negotiate.
yeah, freeze negotiate's fine.
Because what did you do? You clicked on Austria Awakens.
Yep, that's what popped through, which is isn't there the one that says isn't the one like says though like for towards friendly government it puts it would like swap over to
Yeah, so right here, it's accept the inevitable. So it's agreed to negotiations, so we refuse.
Is that you?
There you go. I'm glad we looked, because that would have been really, really funny.
Yeah.
Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken.
Those campaigns are done. Whoa. The black shirts organized in the United Kingdom, so fascism grows in the United Kingdom, and there's a communist coup in Ethiopia.
That is.
Well, the world has gone completely sideways.
Yeah, well, looks like we're fighting the. Well, are the brown shirts happening in America?
No, the United Kingdom.
Well, there's the black shirts. Where's the? It's like Team Rocket. The black shirts are like Jesse, and the brown shirts are like James. Okay, never mind. It's not off landing. Landon. Hey,
I haven't even looked.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. And that is, I've never seen this ever happen in Ethiopia.
Yeah, it happens a lot when you do, when you play non-historical like we are. It happens a lot.
Oh. I guess that's just a DLC I don't have. I don't have any. I had a subscription for a minute, but
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't, this man's never bought any of the DLCs. Unlike me, who's bought way too many of them. Which means all of them.
I'm waiting for like a Christmas sale. I'm just gonna buy them all eventually.
I'm going to start prioritizing my economic growth and get rid of the EFO bills. Because technically I can't use them anyway with us being at war. I don't have the economy to.
Befehle?
These guys, under Albert Kisselring, Thinring have taken heavy toll damage. Chinese Soviet Republic declares war on the Ma Click Collective. Oh no. Heavy toll on Brandenburg.
Befehle? Ausrücken.
I was not paying attention, and one of my units got captured.
Ausrücken.
Um,
I
Yeah,
encircled
need it.
one of my units. Taking Berlin.
Achtung.
yeah, you're just trading.
Ausrücken.
He actually is holding, so... Uh-oh. Mustache Man's found dead. With the capture of Berlin, our troops discovered the corpse of the Mr. Mustache Man in a bunker in the city, choosing death over seeing anti-fascist elements take over the country. The leader took his own life rather than risk capture. In his stead, Heinrich Himmler has now stepped up to lead the party, and he has already affirmed that the government will not be abate in their fight against the anti-German treason. Mustache Man dies, and
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
the mastermind of one of the worst atrocities is in charge now. managed to save that unit. Perfect. We continue to
Zuhören.
push and destroy.
Bereit.
All 42. Give you logistical wizard. Have to end the civil war
Bereit.
in 100 days.
Zuhören. Ausrücken.
Hinter Pommern was damage.
Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle.
Up here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung! Ihre Befehle.
I'm about to win the Civil War. Are you able to do your focus that I chose the right one?
Yeah, it was just go it alone. Your option was
Bereit
go.
zum
It was
Ausrücken.
either like alliance, like have an alliance, but I can't alliance with you because well, I'm still fascist.
Yeah. Technology.
Angetreten. Angetreten.
Sounded like naval damage. To a scientist. The Republic of Turkey real militarizes the states. The Straits. The Straits.
Wait,
The
is
Bosphorus.
the gang getting back together? You have to get the Ottoman Empire.
No.
Could happen. Central Powers come back.
It could happen. You are correct.
Achtung!
Silesia rebellion's not started just yet. We have to come down here and take Brasilia. Oh, and there you go. The German Reich has been annexed. Take some planes, equipment, some small arms. Pormoran gets damaged. Newmark, Sachin, all damage. Alright. Well, like I said, I was gonna get it. Just do these two. You get rid of the rebellion in Silesia. And then I'll crank it back up to 4-speed for us. Alright, the German Civil War ends. The Civil War has racked Germany has now come to an end. The fighting is extraordinarily intense. The fanatical resistance by the party causes devastation on a scale reminiscent of the Great War. It appears Mustache remains dead and the Nazi leadership in prison or executed. The provisional government has now announced that it's necessary to secure their hold over the state and ensure the return of the stability to the nation before any thought of embarking on a progress of constitutional reforms. Nazi leadership captured. At long last, we have freed our country from the grips of our enemies, and those loyal citizens who rose to support our cause may now finally return to their homes. As a nation, we may begin the long and arduous rebuilding of our nation. The country's leadership, in turn, is free to start looking ahead at what might come in the future, either democracy or return to the old monarchy. One last thing remains to be taken care of, however. With the end of the Civil War, our troops captured a large number of Nazi leadership. Now there only remains a decision to what to do with the unsavory part of our recent history. We can get rid of them. Gain base stability plus 5% and change the popularity of fascism minus 5%, or we can keep them. Imprison them for life. They may become useful in the future. We gain political power plus 775. Change the popularity of fascism plus 5%. Gets the event the future of the paramilitary rings, and they will now be called something else. Gets event Erwin August von Mackensen retires. So what do you think I should do? Should I kill them off, or should I imprison them and maybe use them later in life?
I said kill them off. Don't trust it.
All right, we will not keep them. That keeps August von Mackensen in our infantry still. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the tank, so I actually might just do tank stuff instead of infantry stuff this time. But I'm not sure just yet. Radios researched. Computing. Over here. I'll be able to do this. Growing public dissent. That's the future of Germany. The games of the, was that 11th Olympiad? Yeah. Undamaged part of the devastated, newly rebuilt Berlin, Germany. We've shown our best side. German athletes were the most successful, winning 33 gold medals, with American came in second with 24. Let's do winter attrition. How are you doing so far?
Just slow,
Seeing
making
you
my way.
bolster the national defense.
Yeah.
So are you doing Kingdom of Hungary? The past glories?
Yeah, I just have to go there. I have to purge the Nazis and the communists, or the Mustache Man Party.
Let's see. I sent you. Yeah, so we got market access.
Right down on the.
That's 82 days. I better just restore the Kaiser. Can I still do these whenever? Yes. Cool. What if I just flip? What if I was talking about becoming monarchs this whole time and then just flipped to communism immediately?
I mean, what does that tree even look like?
It's pretty big. It's as big as the other side.
Like history-wise, that was in like communist movements. Germany was the epicenter, the start
Yeah, because
before
Karl Marx was German.
yeah, um, yeah, it was first tried in Germany until they were all pretty much either kicked out, like it was the event, or killed.
Most of them were or killed.
Yeah.
And we will do revive the Kaiser. Gives us authoritarian. We can send volunteers, which is good because when the Spanish Civil War happens, we'll send volunteers down there. And we will move up to partial mobilization.
Ooh, it is a 25% split in Spain. I guess without like Mustache Man pushing their government around, it does hit an even. So
We'll construct a intelligence agency. We're no longer paying off MIFO bills, so we should actually have some construction available. 7. Send some of those down to start repairing. Spanish state declared war on the Spanish Republic. And I shall choose. I don't want any of these free court divisions. Do we not have a first infantry division? Don't. You two will come over here. Let's see. Spanish Republic wants access. They say nay. I guess I want the Spanish state to win. Alright, we revived the Kaiser. Oh no, I have not revived the Kaiser. I've just revived the German Empire. So we'll do Return of the Kaiser now. I could do a military dictatorship. But I feel like returning the Kaiser is better. Dutch trade. Who is that? Villarreal Herrera? I've never heard of that name. Have you? Oh, whoops. I forgot to pause it. Pause. Excavation. I was dumbfounded there for a second. Maintenance companies. I don't think I've ever, if you go over to Spain, I don't think I've ever seen that person that they have there in charge.
Ihre Befehle.
Or the Spanish state. Oh, I need at least 30 I need at least 30 divisions. So I guess I could build these if I got rid of the armored cars. Or even cavalry divisions, because they'd be cheaper. We'll force them out just to be able to send volunteers. Brazilian Communist Revolution. A tragedy has come to this. The United States of Brazil declares war on the Brazilian Socialist Republic. What's happening in the world right now, Hayden?
It is, well, currently we're about to...
And I have returned the Kaiser.
Oh.
He has returned to Germany. Kaiser returns to Germany amid ecstatic celebrations. Wilhelm II has returned as Kaiser to the German Empire. The Kingdom of the Netherlands is owed a debt of gratitude for allowing him safe passage or safe refuge these past decades and for refusing his extradition to our former enemies on multiple occasions. The nation has suffered much in the recent civil war. It's hoped that the Kaiser's return will bring it further stability and unity. We gain Wilhelm II. He's anti-democratic. We gain 10% stability. Daily democratic support minus 0.02. Acceptance of democratic democracy. Diplomacy minus 50. Imperial connections. Everything's cheaper by 25%. And the Hohenzollern becomes in charge. He's really good. Norway, no. I actually need to really start focusing on my economy and my navy. This should go away. There he goes. Wilhelm II returns to the German Empire. Very nice. I like the art style they have in this for a lot of the portraits.
So do you like it as well?
Have you done the past glories yet?
Currently that's all I'm working on. It's almost done.
Okay. I'm gonna go into turtle mode almost immediately and start turtling. Force everybody out. Over here, send volunteers. We can send 3. We'll send these 3 with what? The
There you
one
go.
airline.
Past glories. Gotta hope I don't fall apart before this. I need political power and stability.
Send these guys up here. The Congolese nationalists approach us for aid. Congolese nationalists, dubbing themselves the National Committee for Liberation, are preparing a war of independence against their overlord. They promise they would align closer to us once the war has been won, provided we send them weapons when the fighting starts, and claims that a weakened kingdom of Belgium lies within our interest. Yeah, by all means, I will assist them in overthrowing the Belgians and maybe returning the Middle Africa to me.
Well, this world is going pretty well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good, I think.
Mhm.
I do want diplomatic training. Don't want that. Start decrypting out of the Soviet Union. And increase in trade. All right. I think this is a perfect spot to end off episode 1. We have came back. We have restored the German Empire and have restored Wilhelm II back as the Kaiser of Germany. We defeated the fascist scum, and we are in a pretty good spot. We will be in the next episode coming down here, assisting the Spanish state, trying to help Hayden as best as I can with the federal state of Austria, getting him up and running, and then we will hopefully start to rebuild my economy because it is incredibly weak right now. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 1 of our Road to 56 multiplayer campaign, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.